What's going on, boys? It's your guy Nick from Run the Foot Market here. Today, guys, I'm going to be bringing you guys a really good video. I basically put out a Twitter question about an hour ago, basically saying I'm going to answer 15 questions from this tweet or more. Now, you're probably like, oh, I didn't participate in that, and I'm not going to be one of the 15, so I'm not going to watch this video. The questions I took are all questions that are like last-minute questions that I haven't answered in videos before this. It's going to be the last things. It's basically going to be a summary of squad battles, investing, trading methods, how to make money early on. It's going to be all that. I'm going to be answering it all in one video. I'm going to be basically answering the questions that a lot of people are summarizing for a lot of you guys watching. So it's going to be a super interesting video. We're going to be putting the tweet on the screen. I'll be going and answering the question. I'll be talking through theory, methods, whatever I have to answer this question the best I can. Something to kind of interact with you guys besides the Twitch streams. If you're not in there, make sure you're getting in there. And you guys will walk out of this video, I think, feeling like you are very ready for whatever's to come tomorrow or the day after. That's why I'm doing this, because it's basically going to be my last FIFA 18 prep video. We've been doing a lot of prep videos on this channel, how to make a lot of coins, trading methods. You guys should be good for that. Then it's the real deal. We go with the content and all that. But let's get into the video, guys. I'm going to start putting up the tweets on the screen, and let's get into this, man. I'm really excited for this video. All right, guys. So the first question we have coming in today is from, I think it's Willpower WP Gaming 99 on Twitter. He responded to the tweet and he said, how might squad battle rewards and the time of day they're released affect the market? Honestly, big time. Squad battles are going to really impact the market this year. I think people are kind of saying, you know, squad battles are great, squad battles are this, and I think they're great. It's a great addition for offline playing. It's another thing you can do on Ultimate Team. It adds another dimension to, if I'm bored on FIFA, what do I do? You can definitely do that now. But what it's going to do, guys, and if you haven't seen this, there's a rewards kind of thing for it, like Weekend League. The rewards are not as serious. If you finish number 1, you get 2 ultimate packs and a 100k pack. But what you guys need to understand is that they are tradable. They're not untradeable. The rewards are all tradable. So there's going to be a certain kind of supply going into the market now besides Weekend League rewards every Thursday. And we're not going to know necessarily when that is. We don't know if they're going to be released as a whole or if they're just released in general. We know that Monday through Friday, essentially that's when squad battles is going to run, and it will be really interesting to see if they release these rewards maybe on a day like Sunday when everyone's panic selling their Weekend League teams, and then if these rewards are released, if there's even more going on to the market, and if there's big market crashes on Sunday, if squad battles are released on Sundays, that could really, you know, feed into that. It will be very interesting to see, and a very good question to start off this Q&A. All right, guys, second question we have coming in from Tay, a big guy in my streams, a sub on Twitch, a mod in my Twitch streams, but also a very, you know, supportive guy of the channel. He says, what is the first thing to do as soon as we get on the console? Hashtag trust the process. First thing you're going to want to do when you get on the console, I can't say this enough, make sure you spam whatever packs they give you for free. Make sure you open those free packs. Make sure you're listing whatever you don't think will be valuable down the line just to get 1 to 2k. Start using that 1 to 2k to trade with. If you get on the console, like he asks here as the first thing to do on the console, start playing games and start figuring out a way. Maybe you make a bad second team and just do it on the offline to get fitness after every few games. But start finding a way to kind of avoid having to buy fitness and all that, and try to just spam games and try to get on the catalog too. That's the biggest thing I want to tell people. Everyone thinks it's kind of a joke, but you can make like 5 to 10k just from discarding and listing things in the catalog if you have a certain amount of FIFA credits, which you should if you played a good amount of foot last year. So I would try to do that, and those are the first things I would do when you get on the console. Alright, guys, third question comes from Nathan. You can find him on Twitter at Nathan_trader. He's a decent trader. He started to learn a lot of market this year, and he's really gaining his knowledge and studying the market a lot. He asks, what are the key dates? What day to buy some of the investments before the 29th, when to sell October 7th to 8th? It's a really good question. There's a lot of key dates coming up, a lot of things to think about. Basically, you're going to want to buy a lot of investments kind of. Now, in terms of discard investments, if there's discard starter teams, all that, you're going to want to buy that between the 24th and the 27th and 28th. Now, in terms of buying OP Weekend League investments, somewhere between the, you know, the window of the 27th and the 29th, when people are just getting on the global release and spamming packs, but don't have enough coins to go out and buy players yet. So when people are spamming packs, then things will be listed in the first few hours. People aren't going to have enough coins who are just getting on FIFA for the first time to go out and start making the market go up a lot. So that's basically the last time you can really get in with a lot of profit. And then once you hit October, guys, cards are going to really start to rise as the first Weekend League as another key date, which is the October 6th date. This is a very good question because a lot of people are asking me when to kind of mess around with these dates. Basically, the best way I can answer this question is if it hits October and you have not bought yet, you're pretty much in trouble in terms of maximizing profit in this window in the beginning of the game. A lot of things you can do early on, and then key dates within, you know, we get in web app and console and all that, so those are key dates. Those are coming up in the next few days. Take advantage of everything, guys. Make sure you guys are trading and using methods as much as you can, and then we'll worry about the investing in the Twitch streams and try to, you know, we do the investing when the market is right. You don't force the investing. Trading is something you can always grind and force. Alright guys, our fourth question is coming in from Skedding, a Twitch sub of mine over on Twitch. He asks, when's the best time to pick up ones to watch cards that aren't super overhyped and won't get more than one team of the week? Example, Aurier, which I don't plan on selling. So he's assuming that Aurier is probably not going to get more than one inform throughout the whole, you know, Team of the Week series for this FIFA. And a lot of outside backs and defenders, it's hard for them to get a lot of informs because basically they have to play perfect and they have to usually get a goal or an assist. That can be argued both ways, but he's basically asking, when's the best time to pick up ones to watch cards that aren't super overhyped? I can take that question and tell you that the best time to do that is after the market settles. When the ones to watch cards drop on the 29th, there's going to be a lot of panic. A lot of people think they know what's going on. A lot of people don't know what's going on. Let the market settle. Let the market chill for a little. Let them see it. Go watch it. You have to study the market to know the market, right? It's going to be a different market than last year. You can't just look at last year to know what's going to happen this year, guys. It's going to be different, obviously. And the best advice I can tell a guy like Skedding is for us in the first 2 days when the ones to watch cards come out to just see what's going on. And if we think something in the first few hours of it being out is just too damn cheap, like if you see aurier ones to watch, if he gets one, or Nelson Semedo if he gets one, and you see those guys, because they're not going to get likely more than 1 or 2 team of the weeks throughout the whole year, if you see those guys you know, selling at a price of like 40 or 50k or 30k, you know, like maybe it's time to go in and buy that. Gut feelings are big in investments, guys. I'm telling you that. All right, guys, this question is coming in from Mason. His handle's right there. He says, as an experienced investor, are you afraid that squad battles could hurt you more being everyone has more coins, or do you see it as a plus? Let me tell you, I think that squad battles, it gives more opportunities, right? There's the pluses and the negatives with every new thing that gets put in foot. I don't want to hate on things that get put in foot because I like change in a game. I like change in life. It does good things. We can't all stay the same forever. So as an experienced investor, which I would like to call myself, am I afraid that squad battles could hurt me? Yes, I am afraid that it may impact the way we have been living our weeks on FIFA market for the last year. But you know what? It's time to change, and maybe this will provide a way that, because now everyone's investing so much, that there will be different good times to buy throughout the weeks. And I think that he makes a good point, right? Squad battles is going to give everyone more coins. This year on foot, there's more opportunity to make coins than there ever was. It's going to be interesting. I think, again, it's going to depend on the question that was asked earlier, where when is this date of squad battles rewards? What is it going to look like? How is the payout going to be? Is it going to be with rewards on Thursday? Is it going to be on a day like Sunday or Monday? Who knows? We're going to figure that out pretty soon, and it's going to be something to really watch, and that's a really good question that you asked, Mason. Okay, so Sethers asks, a sub in my Twitch stream. Again, I want to shout out the guys that are sub there. He says, recommended amount of coins keeping available for market. 40% for team, 60% for investing and trading. That's what his example of. And he's asking guys, like, when you're making a team, you know, how much money of your current stash should you put into your team? And this is what I like to say. I like to say in the beginning of FIFA, you should be putting in like 10 to 30% of your stash into your team and keeping all the rest to be doing trading, throwing investments, whether it be consumables or other players that you want to invest in down the line for player of the month. That's basically how I do it. That way you don't lose coins in your team because you have a relatively cheap team and you can invest and trade all you want everywhere else. All right, guys. Next question comes in from True Highlander. He asks, am I investing for August player of the month, and what would I suggest to invest in? Right now I'm pretty undecided. I kind of want to see how it pans out because right now everyone has made videos on August player of the month. Everyone knows it's already who it is. Everyone knows a general idea of requirements, and it's going to be free-for-all bloodbath getting onto the web app or console. Whatever releases first, that's weird within itself. And it's going to be everyone going after Senegal players, BPL players, Liverpool players, and things like that, and Mane in general. If I were to suggest anything to invest in, if you can grab any Senegal players for cheap, that's something I think is a very safe investment. I think Liverpool players don't hurt. All I would say, guys, is be very careful to sell in the hype, which means that you're selling when everyone's buying before the event. Don't wait till the event comes out because then you can lose a lot of coins. where you could have sold for profit before. And just be very careful, guys, to not buy an investment when it's being overhyped. And this leads us really well into the next question, which was asked by Jesus Alfonso on Twitter. He said, I understand I should sell during the hype, but how do we recognize when the hype is? How do I know that everyone is buying the items? It is pretty simple, guys. And this is nothing on you, man. It's simple to understand, and I think a lot of people can't see it simply, right? Basically, what you will see is you will see a lot of cards, whatever the card may be, right? Say I'm investing in a Vertonghen for a player of the month, and say everyone thinks that Vertonghen is going to be a requirement for a Lukaku SBC because he's Belgium and he's high rated. If you start to see in the 12 hours leading up to the event, leading up to that Friday, if you start to see on that Thursday night that everyone is starting to buy up and his price is going up in a K an hour for a few hours, maybe after 2 or 3 hours, you just cash out. Because one or two things could happen, right? That would essentially be the hype. And if you miss the window to sell on the hype, what can happen even sometimes is people go ahead and they panic sell like crazy before the event. And then what happens is you don't even make money before the event because you waited too long to sell on the hype. And then, so that's what I would say. I'd say I define selling in the hype as the period when the market starts to move for a specific investment. When you start to see something you invested in really start to surge up, you're like, wait, I bought this for 6K and now this is at 11. Do I really need to hold on? Let me just take my coins. That's kind of what I would define as selling in the hype, man. All right, guys, another question coming in asked by Jesus Covarrubias. I think I got that right. Let me know if I got that right. How would you divide 12K FIFA points to invest in this game, packs, draft, etc.? And this is a good question because a lot of people are wondering kind of what to do with their FIFA points, if they what amount they have, like kind of what to do with them, right? So I would say, guys, you're gonna want to open 4K if you have 12K, right? Say you open 3 to 4K the first day right away, whenever you get on console, whether it be the 21st, the 26th, or the 29th. Say you get on to the early access, right? I would open that first 4K, get some coins into your account. Then I would do, for the next 2 or 3 days, I would do, say, like a K or 2K in drafts, and then maybe another K or 2K opening some more points, just getting some more coins into the account. And then I would say, guys, maybe hold 3 or 4K till the 29th when we're getting players that are ones to watch cards into packs. That will be the first big kind of promo in terms of like special cards, and that's when you maybe can hope that in 4K points you can grab some ones to watch players, and that will really help boost your coin total from all those 12K points. That's basically how I would divide it. If you think about it, man, like 2K worth of drafts online or offline is like, I believe it's, what is it, 300 FIFA points a draft? I think that's like, you get like 6 drafts out of that, 6 or 7 drafts. So I mean, that's probably how I would divide mine if I did it. Matthew asks here, OP player investments and ones to watch gold version investments be made on the web app or first day on console when heaps of packs are opened? This is a very good question and a point of confusion that a lot of people may have. OP player investments for weekend league. I would say you're investing in those sometime a few days into the web app. You want to let stuff to at least get a little bit on the market. Maybe some people in EA Access opening some packs, and then you go in. You guys want to buy those OP gold investments? I think, this is what I think and I feel like. I feel like you want to buy these at least before October. So that's my thing. I'm telling everyone, buy before October in terms of those kind of cards. Ones to watch gold cards, you're going to want to buy those guys before the 29th. Buy the guys who are going to go into that one to watch team that you think at least before the 29th, because they will start to rise whenever the picture is even tweeted out by EA. That's when those gold cards will start to go up and people will start investing in those. So player investments before the 1st of October for sure, like no later. And then you know what, I just answered the gold thing saying before the 29th, man. This question comes in from Ollie. He says, shall we open packs once the game drops or once to watch comes into packs? I would say, guys, to maximize your coins in the beginning of the game, it is very important to have coins in the beginning of the game. I think coins on the 21st and the 22nd and 23rd are more valuable than coins on the 29th, the 30th, and 31st. So I would say if you can, man, try to open the majority of your packs pretty early on. Whether you space it out in the beginning, just make sure you're getting coins and things into your account. I think that's the most important thing. And I think once to watch, maybe save a few, but I think by that once to watch time, you want to have a lot of coins, so you could have already invested in the gold cards and for cards that you think could go up during that once to watch period and once we start to get into October. Alright, guys, this question we have from the man Leo Messi himself. Likes to come off the pitch and ask us some questions about his FUT Ultimate Team. Sometimes he says, will non-rare golds go up in price, or is it better to just sell them right away? Messi, let me tell you this right now. If non-rare golds are discard, I think you should hold on to them. You should hope that there's a League SBC coming that may require them, because listen, you can quick sell them at any time, right? So unless you really need the coins, don't quick sell them. If a League 1 SBC or a Liga NOS SPC comes out, then those golds can go from 300 to 2,000. So that's my answer to your question, Messi. Okay, so this question's coming from Close Tag. He says, how to balance generating coins versus potential investments. Say some hold on to non-rare, silver, big league cards for a bit, others sell all. Basically what I'm getting out of this question is how do you, like, where's the balance between putting coins in investing and putting coins into trading? I would say, guys, the majority of coins should be put into trading in the first few days. I'd say then you start thinking about investments, whether you've gotten to 20, 50, 100, 250, 500, a million coins. That's when you start thinking about investments, the 24th to 25th. But as for the first few days, man, whatever you pack, I would hold. And whatever you go ahead and make, I would put it right into trading and start trading on the first few days. This question comes in from John Jacobs. He says, best investments with 10, 50, and 100K. If you're going to go ahead and invest with something with 10K, I would say go for like a guy like, let me see, like who's a guy that I think would go up a lot? I don't know. Just look for like BPL overpowered plays. Like maybe you think Andre Gray, a guy who will be pretty close to discard for the first few days, will go to 2 or 3K for the first weekend league. Then maybe put your money into 2 or 3 of him if you have 10K. If you have 50K, maybe look at Renato Sanchez, Bakayoko. If you have 100K, maybe look at putting something into a team of the week 1 inform if you can find it for 15K or under and you think it's going to get rare over time and eventually need it for an SPC, or just in general, maybe put some coins in a few informs. That's kind of how I would start to think with it. Make sure you guys always are leaving coins left over. You never want to go broke because then you don't have anything to trade with and make coins with. You always want to have a good amount of cash flow and coins to be sitting in your account so you can go ahead and do things with. Alright guys, so this question's coming in from Ali again. It's kind of like a dual question. This guy Drogba also was saying he's had the same question. He says, will doing the drafts be beneficial at the start of FIFA 18? If so, shall we do offline or online or both? Here's the deal, guys. Online has a better payout than offline. If you can't win drafts online, if you struggle to be gold 3 in the weekend league, I would say do offline and grind squad battles. If you can't make gold 3 in the weekend league, I don't think you have a chance of winning more than 2 games on the online draft, so it's not worth it. If you are a gold 2, gold 1, elite 3 plus player, you guys should be playing online drafts. The rewards are pretty better, significantly better rather than pretty better, and I think that it's definitely more beneficial for you if you can get 2 or 3 wins in the online draft than winning 4 on the offline. But that's just my, that's my take on it. I could be wrong. That's why I'm a trader. I'm not a gameplay guy, but that's my best advice regarding spending FIFA points in that district. All right, guys, and then the last question comes in from Mo. He says, what do you look for when investing for each position? Listen, so in a goalie, you're obviously going to look for reflexes. Center backs, you're going to be looking for that high pace, high defending. Outside backs, you're going to be looking at that high pace, decent defending, decent physical, and decent passing. For the midfielders, it's basically like I would say guys like Tolisso and Cyprian and those guys with all 70s, all 80s. The more kind of higher, like if you're all 70 plus, it makes you look like a better investment. And then strikers, obviously just pace and finishing. Now, when I invest in a position, I really like to think of nations, potential strong links. Like say if I like Bai, maybe I like him a lot more this FIFA because he has Aurier and he has other guys now that he can link with. You got to start thinking of players that are moving into leagues, moving out of leagues, and just links are huge, guys. Links can drive a price so much more than it was before. It's not even that people are paying more for the card, it's just because they have to pay for this other card that can make the guy work in the team if they want to do a hybrid. So that's just something to think about, and that's kind of how I invest when I look for each position, or just investing kind of with players in general. Alright guys, that's going to be the video for today. I know you guys leave a lot of questions in the comments of all these videos, and you leave them in the streams, but I thought it would be cool to kind of like do this as a final exit video for all this prep videos. Fingers crossed we're getting this release, in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, so I don't have to kind of do another prep video. I'm enjoying doing the prep videos, but I think we're ready, and we're really ready to get over there. I hope this, video answered a lot of your guys' questions. Obviously, if you have feedback or anything for the videos or more questions, you guys leave them in the comments. I answer everything. All the links to the FIFA 18 prep videos will be in the description below if you happen to miss any. And, the links to Twitch and Twitter will be in the description. Make sure you guys check those out. I really, really appreciate every single one of you taking some of your time out of your day. Come kick it with the boy and watch this video. Really appreciate it, boys, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace!